What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 64 of Week in Review. My name is Sean, and on this week's show, we're talking about the best of enemies, and we're looking forward to this week's new releases. But first, we're going to do a little thing called snack time. It's Easter, which means that a lot of companies are putting out like specialized Easter stuff. This is where Hershey's blesses us all with the Whoppers, the Robin Egg Whoppers, and they're delicious. Oreo has their egg cookies with the purple frosting, but they're the same, so I skipped those. They taste the same as the regular, they're just a different color frosting, which gets me like every Halloween, but I'm not falling for it this time, Oreo. I'm not falling for it. However, Cheetos is actually putting out some interesting stuff, and the first we have is these. We have they're Cheetos Eggs. Good audio, classic good audio for this segment of the show. It's always good stuff. So we have these. I've seen these before, but I don't remember seeing them last year. But I know I've seen them before, and I don't remember if I liked them or not. And the only reason I grabbed these was because, well, one, they were Easter themed, but two, Cheetos also put out these. Cheeto Eggs Double Cheddar. Double Cheddar. Can you imagine? What a gem. A double cheddar Cheeto puff thing. I don't know. So I figured I would try both of them here on the show. We'll start with the sweets before we move on to these. So we'll crack them open. These are caramel, by the way, or caramel, depending on how you pronounce them. I'm sure that's terrible. Terrible on the audio. So that's what you get for waking up in Vegas. That's what it looks like. Actually, try to look like little eggs. They smell okay. They're the correct texture for a Cheeto, but I don't know if they have enough flavor to them. They taste kind of bland. Like there's an initial, I'm looking way over here to the side, like philosophically trying to figure out how I feel about Cheetos. They're the correct texture for a Cheeto, but I just don't think they have enough flavor. Like, there's a little kick when you first put it in your mouth, but once you start to chew it, it's kind of just, eh. They aren't as bad as I remember them. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of weird. Not great, though. On the other hand, I'm very excited to try the double cheddar eggs. Double cheddar. Do you like terrible audio? Then come hang out at Week in Review, where there's terrible audio every week. Alright, so this is a little worrying. That's what they look like. Right there. They don't look like they are very well coated in the cheese. So I don't know how that is double cheddar. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. Not very well. You can definitely tell on that bottom there's a lack of cheese action going on there. I realize I should have cleansed my palate a little bit, but I didn't do that. These suffer from the same problem. There's flavor there, but there's not enough of it. And not enough of it to warrant double cheddar. And this comes from a company, specifically these, with the cheese flavor. The Cheeto Paws are delicious. I didn't, well, how hard is that to just make it an egg and do the same exact thing? I don't know. These are a pass. the eggs, the caramel eggs, Sweetos, they at least get credit for doing something different. These are supposed to be Cheetos that are double cheddar and don't even taste that good. So if you have the option, you can find these. These say the bag says they are $1.89 each, which is like a fairly reasonable price. I would suggest trying these if you're just kind of curious. These are a pass, and I'm really bummed about them. That kind of sucks. It's still a good snack time, I guess. Now that we're all full of snacks, we can focus on this week's movie, The Best of Enemies. This is a movie that stars Taraji P. Henson as Anne Atwater and stars Sam Rockwell as C.P. Ellis, and it explores the foundation of their relationship. The trailers seem to focus on this being the conflict between Anne Atwater and C.P. Ellis, but the movie is actually more interested in Ellis's change of heart, and that came as a bit of a surprise to me. Early on in the movie, we see how these two individuals operate. We see C.P. Ellis running a Klan meeting, we see him working with a new recruit, and we see him shooting up a white woman's house because she's dating a black man. And then on the Anne Atwater side, we see her relentless pursuit of civil rights. Initially, when we meet her, she's in an office talking with someone trying to explain housing issues, like the toilets don't work and so on and so forth. And you get a sense of like just how monumental of a battle she's fighting. Like, she's fighting someone who is not listening, and then she's fighting someone else who probably doesn't really care all that much about it, and maybe is just doing it so that they look good. C.P. Ellis and Anne Atwater cross paths a few times before a fire breaks out at a school for all black kids, and that forces the issue of school integration into the forefront. After the fire, Ellis and Atwater become co-chairs on a community summit for desegregation in schools. At the community summit, there are going to be 12 votes. There's the Atwater side of things, they have 6 votes, and there's the Ellis side of things, and they have 6 votes as well. You know how all 6 of the people are going to vote on the Atwater side, and you know how 4 people are going to vote on the Ellis side of things. So there are 2 votes on the Ellis side that can kind of go either way. And this is where I thought I had figured out the movie and I understood where it was going to go. Like, it feels like it's pretty simple of like, okay, we're showing this guy, he's like a piece of garbage, she's fighting for civil rights, she's outspoken, they're going to do this this summit. They're going to do it. I think it's 10 days is how long it takes in the movie. They're going to go back and forth, and they're not going to like each other at first, but towards the end, they're going to like each other, and da-da-da-da-da. I actually was wrong, because it's at this point that the movie becomes a lot more focused and interested in Ellis's change of heart and less interested in Atwater and what she's trying to fight for. And I thought that was kind of weird. It's also kind of weird because for as much as it, like, the posters and all this stuff is about Sam Rockwell and Taraji P. Henson being on screen, they aren't really on screen together, and that feels like such a missed opportunity. It's so weird because aside from the nice thing that Anne does, his change of heart comes more from the Klan shooting themselves in the foot a couple of times than it does from him learning from others, which I thought was super weird. And I was left with a couple of questions after the movie. It's like, what did he do after this? They very briefly talk about how Anne Atwater and C.P. Ellis went to colleges around the country for like 30 years talking about the events, but what else do they do? What else does he do specifically? It also talked about how Anne Atwater organized until the day she died in 2016, and she gave the eulogy when C.P. Ellis passed away in 2005. And I just, like, what did he do? Because when he makes the turn, which he gets to give, like, a big rousing speech and tear up his membership card and blah, 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 all this stuff happens, he wields a tremendous amount of power, because he can point to a bunch of people in the political sphere or on the police force and go, like, they're affiliated with the Klan, you need to get them out and figure that out. Does he do that? The movie doesn't ever really explain. I kind of want this, like, same cast to do another movie that's more on the Anne Atwater side of things, to put those with each other and maybe have more of a compelling story and more of, like, what feels like an even movie, because it's just so weird that he gets so much time and we get so much time with the Klan. I thought the movie was good overall. I don't think you have to rush out to go see it. You can probably wait for it to hit Redbox and you'll be just fine. I think Taraji P. Henson and Sam Rockwell are both good in their roles. It's an interesting and different style. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't even know. It's an interesting change of heart story that definitely needed more Anne Atwater in the back half of the movie and could have used a little bit more of an epilogue, but I'd still give it a pretty mild recommendation. Oh my god. Finally on the show, we'll look forward to this week's new releases. There's actually a pretty good amount of stuff across all the platforms. Welcome to Marwen hits Blu-ray. Little and Missing Link are in theaters. Falcon Age hits PlayStation 4. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy hits Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And then Dangerous Driving will hit Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Speaking of Dangerous Driving, that is going to be the stream on Friday. Thursday's stream is going to be Borderlands Game of the Year. That one is subject to change just in case, because I'm not 100% locked in. I'm locked in on Dangerous Driving, but I'm not necessarily locked in on Borderlands. So Thursday, tentatively, Borderlands. Saturday will be the continuation of The Walking Dead. It'll be Season 2, Episodes 1, 2, and 3 on Saturday, and then on Sunday it'll be Episodes 4 and 5. So if you watched the first season and you were curious about the continuation of that journey, come on over to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex and you can watch the continuation of the journey. All of the streams will be available the next day right here on YouTube, along with a bonus video of a Detective Pikachu Pokemon card unboxing, because what the hell, you know? This channel's just a smorgasbord of whatever, you know? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. If you like the content, scroll on down, hit that subscribe button, and then you can scroll on down and you can leave me a comment below. You can let me know if you tried any of the Easter Cheetos, the Sweetos, or the Cheetos themselves. You can also let me know what you thought of the Best of Enemies. Be sure to check out twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex for the streams on Thursday through Sunday, and then be sure to check back every Tuesday for more Week in Review. See you next week.